Hello everybody. It is 10:22 p.m. Sunday, April 1st, year of our Lord 2018. My name is Lucinda.
My name is Lou.
I'm going to boarding school. So we are going to make video essays to each other. Let's talk about Jesus Christ Superstar Live, which aired tonight at 8 o'clock and finished 8 minutes ago on NBC.
So bad.
Lucinda and the Young Troll.
I mean, I love the original Jesus Christ Superstar. Seen the movie so many times. I've listened to the soundtrack more times than I've listened to my father say I love you. I expected to be let down, you know? They've never really created a good live thing.
There wasn't a set for one thing. Like,
Yeah.
There were like no props.
There are like multiple places where they change locations, and it also shows like a bit of a time change, like a scene change, and you just don't get that.
It's definitely like very inaccessible to people who haven't seen or haven't listened to Jesus Christ Superstar. Like, I didn't know what was going on at any times. Like, the times I was most engaged were like character, like monologues.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever there was like action going on, I just like couldn't hear what anyone was saying. I didn't know what they were doing. There was like no scenery to like give me any clues. No outfit changes or time changes. They were just sort of like saying it, but I couldn't hear it.
Like I said, I've like seen this a bunch of times, and like I went to Catholic school, so that also helped me get a grasp on the story. But even then, I would get a little bit lost in this. John Legend wasn't that bad in it though. That's just because I like his voice so much.
Yeah.
But he still didn't like act too much.
No.
But when he was interacting with another character, it just didn't come through at all.
That's true.
Also, like I predicted, it focused too much on Mary Magdalene. At any point, she was wearing a color that stood out. Like, everyone else would be in blacks and
like
grays.
Black leather.
Yeah, and she was always in this bright orangish yellow dress.
I also don't know anything about like the real story of Jesus, because I'm not Christian, and like that didn't explain anything. It was just so hard to follow.
Choreography. I mentioned this before, but in the original movie, they have like really cool scenes where you have all of the disciples like doing really like intense choreography, not just like well put together, but like big jumps and leaps.
Yeah.
And like it's clear they're all professional dancers. Here they didn't dance other than that, like that slide that Elio does when he gets laid. Maybe like, which that's another thing. The original movie, they had like their bandages were sort of black and like they covered their entire face. They were really more grotesque than just Jesus's disciples with bandages.
Yeah, for sure.
On the topic of costuming,
Sometimes when they, they'll be like a real other setting. It'll be like, oh, like this is set in the future. Like Jesus was wearing like, kind of like modern clothes, like a tank top and like white jeans. Everyone else was sort of wearing like black leather. There was some like King Herod and like Pontius Pilates wearing like 80s outfits. Mary Magdalene was wearing like a yellow sundress,
which they were trying to take from the original being made like around the time of the 60s and being like, alright, Jesus, but with a lot of like 60s imagery. Here they like tried for that. They were like, what are the kids doing now? And they're being emo. But
the Roman guard had like their heads completely covered. It was like the Gimp in Pulp Fiction.
I thought that was a nice addition. It could have been like any color but black. That would have been nice. Yeah. And then the disciples were just like edgelords, you know?
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't think like the Jews and the Romans were ever like tight. Definitely didn't like each other.
Yeah.
The Jews were definitely persecuted.
Yeah. They sort of had like this thing where they both wanted Jesus dead. So like the Jews got the information from Judas and just like went and told the Roman guard.
And the thing, it was like...
they were like best bros.
They're best bros.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense to me, like as a Jewish person. Romans definitely didn't want more people being Christians, but they also didn't want more people being Jews. They didn't like them.
Also, this just felt like Christian propaganda.
Yeah, oh my god, at the end, so they put John Legend up on like this cross, there's just two metal poles, and he's like screaming, and he's like, it's done! And then everyone like cries and falls to their knees, like in regret before him. And then like the stage opens up, and it just like lights, and it like forms like a huge cross.
The original story was like, the son of your god was like a cult leader. It was very controversial.
I mean, it is on NBC, they're gonna like,
Yeah.
yeah.
This,
They should do the clean version of Grease for Grease Live, like, oh man.
I don't know, man. I also like keep noticing I slunch.
I meant to say slouch, and then I meant to say lunch. I slunch.
Michelle appreciated it.
Shout out to Michelle, a new friend. Shout out to River Abaddon.
Shout out River Abaddon.
Shout out to Benji, our homeboy. Homeboy.
True, bro. It was a weird cast, alright?
Amazing.
I gotta like, alright. Alice Cooper as King Harold.
Herod.
Shit, sorry, Herod. I enjoy listening to him sing King Herod's song, but also it's supposed to be played, like, acted up, you know? He's supposed to have a lot of, like, sarcastic energy. And Alice Cooper, like, didn't really have that. Just had some conflicting messages going on.
Yeah. The whole thing just kind of felt, like, tonally off.
And this wasn't even humorous. And there was nothing.
No, it was, like, so serious, and then it was like, didn't Jesus die for your sins?
I'm gonna listen to Paul Simon and pick up this giant ass mess of clothes. Oh, it smells so good.